We got a lot of insights, but just to tell some of the most counterintuitive one is, first of all, software developers adapted quite well with a condition. We saw that the well-being condition improved. We didn't see any decrease or improve in productivity, remaining stable compared to pre-pandemic times. Paradoxically, introvert people suffered much more of being locked down than extroverted. That's, I guess, counterintuitive, but our explanation with another follow-up study showed that actually every one of us needs human contact, and extrovert people anyway were able to reach out to everyone, even when locked down, and this was not really the tendency of introverted one, and this is why mental health conditions were more detrimental for introverted people compared to extroverted one. Another interesting aspect is that there are also some variables who showed that if such time of condition should last longer, this would very likely be a trigger of mental illness. So overall, I think that for relatively confined time, so max 1-2 years, we are able to coping quite well. Having said that, I do not believe that that's a healthy approach and environment to use more, actually longer than that. So the first big lesson, and I would say probably also the main lesson, is that there is not one way of working, but there is a multitude of way of working. So, for example, we can have software teams sitting in different locations, in different time zones, with different personal habits, and this still might be a productive and effective software team. There are two main aspects to mention. The first one is that we learned to know our needs and to understand our needs much better than when we used to. Work-life balance became a priority, and to be specific, in one of the studies that we conducted, we definitely saw a change of perspectives of software developers. So while before they were much more career-driven and career-oriented, now we definitely see a shift in their personal prioritizing work-life balance, prioritizing family, prioritizing friends and own interests. The second aspect to mention is that also companies became much more mindful and caring about the well-being of their own employees, experimenting different forms of welfare, about work arrangements, and so on and so forth. And I think this will clearly change substantially the way we used to work so far. I do believe that COVID has been quite a fracture between what we were used to do before and what we are used to do right now. So I think that we will enter into a new era of work where hybrid workplaces, hybrid work arrangements will actually be the norm. This will clearly impact also software development. So if in the past software development was used as an activity that has to be done inside an office, inside a software house, well, with the pandemic we learned that this is not the case anymore. We can actually do a lot at our own homes, which also creates several coordination and alignment issues that we have to solve.